Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to be going over how to build the best MP40 class setup in Vanguard. We're going to be breaking down what is the difference between the base stats, the 7.62 ammo, and the 8mm ammo. Which one actually improves your damage and then obviously improves your overall time to kill. And then kind of break it down what are a couple of the other best attachments to run. If you guys do enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. The first thing I want to talk about, like I said, obviously is covering the best overall class setup. For me personally, on every SMG, the way I start my class setup, especially in multiplayer, the subsonic, you get no minimap ping. It does lower your bullet velocity on an SMG. And I always run the recoil booster. The recoil booster is basically the rapid fire. A lot of the SMGs, there's different barrels and different kind of magazines, and the recoil booster for me just helps improve the time to kill, and especially on this class setup. I always stack that with the Carver foregrip, which improves our recoil control, which is our vertical recoil. You guys can see you get a 10% improvement basically across the board to lower your vertical recoil a lot, which I then obviously am going to be stacking that once again with the same thing, which is the Carver foregrip, which once again adds that same 10% improvement. As far as the rear grips, you'll be able to see if you actually go through now, then kind of go and add any of the other ones. You guys can see there's nothing that is going to ever compete with the actual improvement to your recoil. And that's why I stack both of those together to give you the best overall class setup. Obviously, the barrel, highly accurate controllable. This is basically the long barrel, improves your overall recoil. The short barrel basically is not helping at all, and then this one's basically the small barrel, which is going to completely horribly absolutely tank your overall recoil and your bolt velocity and your range. So clearly number one, 40% improvement to your recoil and your idle sway. Obviously with the optic, the Slayer Reflector for those that play pubs. Kit always fully loaded. The proficiency, you have the Perfectionist, which improves your recoil control, which is going to give you like, let me actually do the math here, so I apologize. We'll do the math for you. So right now you're at 60.7 and 27.5. If you put the Perfectionist on there now, you go down to about 10%. So 10% improvement, both vertical and horizontal. In exchange, you get a massive reduction to your flinch resistance, which I don't recommend. You just go for the brace. Your initial first few shots, obviously most important. And then obviously for the stocks, the difference is the 34M lowers your movement speed but improves your ADS and your horizontal recoil. I highly recommend that just because it doesn't have that many negatives and you're improving your ADS, which is one of the most important things. The other option you do have is you can run the padded, which is going to improve everything for you. You guys can see over the 34, you get improvement in hip fire, flinch, centering speed, horizontal, and vertical recoil, but it does hurt your sprint to fire. And in my opinion, this is better. We're going for the best overall class setup for recoil, and our recoil right now is without the ammo attachment. So that's what I recommend most for the starting of the class setup. Then obviously with the magazine, you are going to throw on that 8mm rounds, which you guys can see is going to tank your horizontal and vertical recoil, which is why we're stacking everything on there for this. So now by putting the 8mm rounds, your damage goes up by 44%, your range goes up 20%. In my opinion, the range improvement is probably the most important thing we're looking for here. Then with the damage, what you're going to see, we'll compare the different magazines in just a minute. But like I said, this is probably my personal favorite class setup as far as what the 8mm rounds does as far as improving your time to kill over the base, and then comparing to the 7.62. We're going to take a look at all that information right now. All right, so what you guys will see on the screen, we have the base stats. We have just with the rapid fire barrel, because it does obviously improve your fire rate. And then we have the 7.62 ammo, the 8mm ammo, and then that best class setup I did recommend for you guys. So you guys can see here's our baseline of stats. The 49 damage to the head means you must require at least 3 headshots to get a close range kill. And you guys can see your shots to kills 3, 4, 5, 200, 300, 400. We're kind of comparing those numbers there. The shots to kill on the close range TTK. As far as adding just the rapid fire barrel, it only has effect on your fire rate, which is barely going to improve your stats. You get a 5% improvement in your overall TTK, which probably majority of the time you wouldn't even notice. In exchange, you get a slightly worse recoil. I think 5% for 5%. Using the recoil booster alone, definitely not worth using if you are not running any of these other attachments. So with the 7.62 ammo, this 100% on Toyota front is avoid. 100%. Do not use it. You can see your shots to kill goes from 3.45 to 4.57, which is horrible. So not only does it lower your shots to kill, it also lowers your range. So now you're going to get three less meters of range where you're already killing slower. So now from 12 to 15 meters, your TTK is going to go from 200 to 340, which is a 50% reduction. So absolutely just based on those numbers alone, not only is it lowering your range, it's also lowering your overall shots to kill. And even at that max distance, you go from 5 to 7. You guys can see 400 milliseconds to 510. Absolutely horrible in multiplayer. In Warzone, maybe not a big deal. In multiplayer, you definitely will notice that, and 100% avoid. Then we have the 8mm ammo. So you guys are once again going to go through and take a look at the stats. As far as the shots to kill, you go from 3.45 to 3.34. Excellent improvement. And then the one X factor here, 2 body shots with that at the long distance, 1 headshot, you can get a 3-shot kill. So technically it's 333. So your TTK goes from 200, 300, 400 to 214, 214 in the middle. So from 0 to 20, or not 0, previously 0 to 28 meters, now from 0 to 33 meters, you're going to maintain a 214 millisecond TTK, which previously from 15 to 30 would be 300. So now you're mid-range, you're killing absolutely faster. And then obviously at the long range, if you can get 1 headshot mix in, you're still going to maintain time to kill, which reduces your TTK by 50%. So this is the overall 8mm class setup. This is just with the 8mm ammo. The one X factor, like I said, is that recoil booster, which in my best overall class setup, we're obviously stacking the recoil booster, the rapid fire muzzle. With the 8mm ammo, you guys can see your range is improved. Your recoil is slightly worse than the base MP40, which is not that big a deal. Your fire rate is slightly worse, but your overall damage is higher. Your TTK is about equal to the base MP40, and that mid-range is massively improved. Like I said, if you have the potential to get a 3-shot kill, you can get a 200 millisecond TTK from 0 to infinite meters with 1 headshot at the long range. So best overall class setup you guys can see is much improved because your damage is improved, obviously in that mid-range, which this is a really good mid-range, and in my opinion that's what makes the gun excellent. Your recoil is slightly worse than the base MP40, stacking all that stuff together. Basically wrap it up, 8mm ammo is excellent if you want to go silent, you don't want to use a subsonic, you want a good mid-range class setup. Obviously run the Mercury silencer with the lengthened ammo. That way you can get the bullet velocity improvement, which would be much improved over this class setup I recommend. But that's basically everything you need to know. What we're going to do now is showcase the weapon for you guys so you guys can see how good it does.
Able is ours. We have the lead. Keep it up. They're taking Baker. Baker is lost. Gun mission ready. Find the bastards. Securing Baker. Recon sweeping the. Taking Charlie. Attack dogs ready for action. They're taking Able. Attack dogs inbound for you. Double kill. Closing.
Yes, sir.
We dug in at Charlie. We took the advantage. Kill. Allied airdrop on the way. Losing objective Able. Charlie is overrun. Recon airborne. Eyes up. Kill. They're taking Baker.
No.
Allied glide bomber on the right. Hostile dodge. Losing objective Baker. Allied airdrop
Their
on the
dogs
way.
are my dogs, bro.
Taker locked down. Recon mission ready. Find the bug. Recon above. Fury kill. Recon in. Attack dogs ready for action. Attack dogs called in on the way. Local informants never report. Trapgod kill. Taker.
76. I need 24 more to get the first one.
Local informants have a report. Teammates with local intel on their side. Taking all objectives. Hold those positions. Triple kill. Charlie is lost. Double kill. Losing objective Vanguard. Recon mission ready. Find the bastards. Triple kill. Recon airborne. Eyes up. Almost there. It's not feeling like a win. Care package coming for you. They're taking Able. Able is overrun. Recon mission ready. Find the bastards.
Hunter, let's go. Exactly, Hunter. Back to back. Back to back use up, brother. I'm pretty sure you're. One of the video I got 100 exactly
Who's the
too.
lovely bastard? Hostile
Let's
recon
see
in the
video.
air.
We got 100
Spies
again.
in the sky.
Hey man, as long as I get the 100, that's all that matters. I'm pretty sure I hit prestige 3 or prestige 2 level or whatever it is. Nice. Play the game. Look at that play the game